One of the questions I get every single day is, Salman, how do I pick a niche? I'm going to walk you through my cheat sheet that I use every single day when I'm coaching entrepreneurs and agency owners, marketing consultants, saying, hey, Salman, I need help, I need direction, I need some ideas. And so what I've done is I put together a list. This list is probably not the most comprehensive list I can make, but it's really, really good. The things that I want to show you are the different things I ask the entrepreneur when I'm talking to them. So what you see on the columns here are different types of businesses. Now this document was created for agencies, but you fill in the blank. We put down SEO agency, an e-com, email business, a lead gen business, a CRO, which is conversion rate optimization, commission only sales rep, you name it. There's different types of agencies that people consider starting or scaling or adding another service. And we want to figure out, is this really a good niche, right? So here's the criteria. Now inside our programs, we break this down even further, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to show you really high level what you should be thinking about. And when you actually do this exercise, all you do is click those little check marks, and what it does is it'll give you a score, and based on the score, you decide if this is a good opportunity to pursue. All right, so I just did that, and I'm at a score 6. If you're a score 6, hey, it says proceed with caution. All right, so you actually have a worksheet that's going to work for you. It's going to do magic for you. But let's take one by one what I would be looking for if I were to start something today. Number one, do I have industry knowledge? What does that mean? It means that, do I know what I'm talking about? Am I just going to be making stuff up? Am I going to be YouTubing before a sales call? That's probably not good, because let me tell you, one of the things that salespeople lack is the competence in the product, so they're not very confident when they're trying to go and sell it. So what I want you to do is ask yourself a question: do I have industry knowledge? Can I go in and talk about web design and web development, Facebook ads, like, hey, I know this and I do it every single day? And you might see me doing that, and you might be like, how does Salman get all this confidence? Because of my knowledge. I've been doing this for 20 years. I have no problem talking about it, as you probably see in my videos, right? Now the next thing is, do you have a clear pain points of the client? In other words, do you know why they make the buying decision? If we don't have a pain, no one's gonna buy. If you've seen any of my videos, people always want to fix something. Pain is so much more a greater motivation to change than gain. So do we know clearly what the pain points are? The next thing is high demand. You know, right now, anything to do with AI is high demand. People don't even know what they're buying, but if it says AI on it, they're just gonna buy it. So it's like, that was an example. Now, don't just add AI to everything you're doing, because it also gets really overused and people are like, AI is doing the work. Are you doing the work? So is it in high demand? Now, this is not always possible. Is there lower competition? Right? Lower. It's not going to have low competition. You're probably not going to want to be in a business with no competition, because guess what? It might not make any money, because if there's anything under the sun that makes money, there will be competitors. When I go to the beaches in Florida, there's a guy selling coconut water, like right out of the coconut. He cuts the top and he puts a straw and he says, here's coconut water. Let me tell you, there's a guy on the other side also selling coconut. I'm like, even that product, there's a competition. Now, my next thing is, do we have solid profit margins? Now, I want you to know, a lot of people try to have like 80% margin and 90% margin, like we're some sort of a software business. If you are selling any kind of services, it's very unlikely 90% of it is going to be margin. So I just want you to know, I've evaluated so many businesses. People are very happy with 10 and 20 and 25%, and you know, sort of like that kind of range. Now, I don't know what you're looking for. Maybe you want a high profitable. All I care about is there consistent profitability? Can I make sure if all this costs, everything's paid for, could we make a very healthy margin? And that's different for different people. I've heard people wanting to get 80% and 90%. Look, I don't chase after things that are 90%. I'm not a software tool when I'm trying to do these kind of services or coaching somebody. It's the wrong thing. You're gonna price yourself out. If that's your goal, then go ahead and do that. The rest of the things that we cover here will take care of the profit thing. You don't really have to look for the profit thing. All you have to do is check box as many of the other things. You charge a premium. I guarantee you can make more margin than anybody else in that business. Now, the next thing is service differentiation. Service differentiation. This is my number one thing when it comes to picking a niche, because there is no differentiation if you don't have a niche. You see, most people go out there and try to say, I'm a web design agency and I work with every kind of industry. That's the problem. That is screaming commodity, right? If you're screaming commodity, no one's gonna pay you $27,000 to build a website. If you say, hey, look, we're the best in this and we build it on Webflow, there's nobody else competes with me, we're the number one. Yeah, if you send them a $27,000 invoice, they're gonna say, yeah, this guy's the best, of course. Do you see, that's the difference when you have service differentiation. When you don't, this is going to be a challenge, and a lot of times you're going to be working on having little bit or no margin. The next one is, how is the customer acquisition cost? Is it lower? There's no such thing as low. There's no free unless it's a referral, which referrals are not predictable. So is it lower cost to acquire customer? There's a lot of businesses, if you don't have a brand, if you don't have any brand equity, you spend a lot of money on ads to acquire customers, which then eats into everything else from a cost perspective. So it's not that low. So if you're the only way that you're going to be getting customers through paid, then you have to look at that and say, no, it's not. Uncheck that one, right? You don't have efficiency in getting that. How about ad spend efficiency? Do you have anything? Do you have audiences that you can upload? Have you pixel? Do you have a website that drives a lot of traffic that you can put it in and retarget? Is there efficiency there? Yes or no? That's it. It's really not that hard. How about your client retention? Do you have some amazing customer success managers that can help you retain these customers so that, hey, I get a win on that, right? Like, that's me for sure. Next one is it a growing market? This is one of my big things. Do I have case studies? This is a really good example. That would probably live with the industry knowledge. Have you done this for somebody else before? It's a really big key. Let me tell you, if you have 0 customers, but you have great case studies, you could still get business. If you have no case studies and you have no examples of prior work, and you have no customers, it's going to be challenging. This is when entrepreneurs say, oh, I did it for free because I needed a case study. Now, one of the things we do at Clickx is give our case studies to our customers so that they don't have to worry about not having case studies, and they don't also have to worry about doing free work. Does that make sense? This is precisely why. The next one is, if you did some sort of a DFY model, could you ask for more money? Right? Is it a DFY? Is it a DIY? Is it done with you? What is it? The next one is, can you add a performance guarantee? This is really, really key. Performance guarantee is one of those things where I say, hey, if I don't generate 30 appointments in the next 30 days, I work with you for free until you do, right? Like, that's a really good way to de-risk our prospect. Can you find other opportunities to connect with somebody else so that you can sell things together? This whole partnership thing is really, really big for me. I love the word partnership. At Clickx, we actually call it a partner. We don't call them customers, because we say, look, we're in this business to help you. Now, physically, are we liable for whatever they do? No, we're not on the LLC. I don't need any of their profit, but we call them a partner because we care so much about their business and their success. We're here to partner with you. So we don't treat you like your customer at 5 o'clock, we cut you loose, we're busy. No. If you have a problem, we're here to help you, right? Like, let's find a solution. You can reach out to us on a Saturday. I guarantee you, if it's a fire, our team will help you out. How about long-term growth opportunity? This has the potential for long-term growth. Let me go back to the AI thing. Does it have the potential for long-term growth? Absolutely freaking yes. And that means you should do it. So let me add all this up. Imagine this was the actual example here, right? So if I add it up, I'm at a 12. So if I'm at a 12, that's a high value business. Go for it. Does that make sense? If you're between 7 and 10, it has some potential. Work on the things that you should be getting those things checked that you didn't have. So I hope you found this resource really, really valuable. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're so excited that you're here. I don't know how much you know about Clickx. What we do is we help agencies like you grow and scale. We have a scale program that is geared to helping agencies from lead generation to closing the deal, that is your sales department, to white label fulfillment. To find out more, there is a link right below this video. Go ahead and click the link and schedule a one-on-one call. We're so excited that you're here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you on the next White Label Wednesday.